The markets are back and you need to know just where to put your money. With a bit of market stability and some brand new trade deals being announced, everything is starting to look green again. Now 2025 is shaping up to be a breakthrough year in the world of crypto. With over $1 trillion sitting on the sidelines waiting to be reinvested, which crypto will get you the best returns? So, in today's video, we're looking at 6 projects with great fundamentals or popularity, because in the world of crypto, those two things hold about the same weight. Bitcoin is great, but so is Fartcoin. This is the ultimate hedge against any market volatility. Over the past months, the market has crashed on 2 different occasions, with trillions being wiped out in investment almost overnight. Now, normally this would mean that Bitcoin and everything else crashes in solidarity, but not Fartcoin. This held up surprisingly well, and by the end of this video, I should be able to show you 5 more projects just like it. Having been launched in October of 2024, Fartcoin exploded onto the market a few months later, reaching a high of $2.4 billion. Since then, it's come crashing down as the meme coin bubble burst and market sanity began to even out the playing field. However, over the last few months, it finds itself riding high with a $1 billion market cap, having been slowly accumulating from as low as $500 million during the tariff war. Now, market confidence in a meme coin like this only bodes well for the future, and if Fartcoin is to continue to go through any accumulation phase amid all of this market volatility, I would not be surprised in the slightest if we saw a ton of new money shift away from other meme projects and into Fartcoin. What they've been able to accomplish is what the SPX 6900 meme was intended for: to poke fun at the stock market and go against market conditions. Of course, the market ultimately decides which tokens are best, and Fartcoin just so happens to be the best at protecting your investment. Heck, it even had longtime crypto hater Peter Schiff calling for a Fartcoin ETF, which is crazy. But when you think about it, hot air always rises, even if it's a fart. Now, I know what you're thinking: who on earth still believes in NFTs? And well, I'm happy to say this guy right here. Or at least the token. If you didn't follow the launch of Pudgy Penguins, you would have missed how they did the impossible thrice. Whenever a token is launched by means of an airdrop, people instinctively sell off everything they own and run away with the money. Pudgy Penguins, however, managed to not only match its launch price, but they also exceeded it on 2 different occasions, which is no small feat to accomplish in the world of crypto. And this is one of the main reasons why it gets my vote of confidence. Sitting at a $350 million market cap, it's just less than 10x away from its all-time high. Now, I'm not expecting Pudgy Penguins to hit that level anytime soon, but it looks primed to give you some level of gains over these coming months if the market continues to correct itself. Now, this is a slow burner with some very high upside that I just can't seem to ignore. On top of that, their social media posts are also relatable, as it doesn't have that negative NFT image hanging over its head. It's fun, lovable, super relatable, and most importantly, these are penguins. Who hates penguins? Unless you're like Bill Gates and Monsanto, of course. Now, you do have the option of choosing to buy the NFT over the tokens themselves, but I don't think the floor price has fallen enough to justify spending around 10 ETH on a picture. Just yet. Either way, they've gone into my book of notable investments that seem to be well worth the risk for what I would get in return. So I'll waddle my way over to purchase some of these on the cheap. Now, if you've come across my channel at any point in time, you would have heard me talking about crypto gaming. And yes, I know it's kinda dead right now, and rightfully so. But like a phoenix, this entire sector could arise from the ashes very soon to reclaim its place in the world of crypto. Now, personally, I feel there are 2 catalysts for this. One is the inevitable push for a persistent online gaming world, and with Facebook giving it one last-ditch attempt to create their metaverse, coupled with the advancements of AI being integrated into gaming systems, the crypto world may have the answer to what people are looking for in terms of gaming ownership and living their lives out online in an attempt to recreate Ready Player One. Now, the second catalyst is the closest thing we have to an actual metaverse, and that's Grand Theft Auto 6. The release of this long-awaited cultural phenomenon of a game is sure to drive interest into the gaming sector that offers a similar thrill. To that, I give you two options. One being Wild World, a AAA rated online game that blends together cyberpunk with a hint of GTA. Its main game mode is a role-playing game that allows you to explore the city, race against other players for real money, and even their cars. To top it off, it also has a first and third person shooter mode in which you must protect the very city you live in. So everything is on the line. Now this is a project I'm always buying more of because I believe it's going to be massive once the full game does get released. Coming in at under $60 million market cap, Wild World is an absolute steal at this price range. Now my second option is Star Atlas. It's a similar game except this one takes place in outer space, and here you get to build your empire and explore planets as well as fight against other players in a third person style. Now this game is super detailed with some breathtaking graphics that puts it on par with some of the more popular console titles. This is one of the most playable games in the crypto space that has so much promise attached to its final product. The market cap, however, isn't always the best reflection of a project. It's more often an unfortunate effect of the overall gaming market. So I'm hoping this one comes back strong as it doesn't have to move much to give you gains that are out of this world. Of course, not all your investments should be high risk. The majority of them should in fact be more on the safer side. And to me, that calls on the biggest winner over the last year, Solana. Now this is pretty much a no-brainer. What was once thought of as the understudy to Ethereum has since surpassed them by monthly users as well as daily and monthly trading volume. And this is all thanks to the meme coin and AI sector taking over the market, with Solana becoming the easiest platform to trade on. This was a remarkable feat as we saw newbies get onboarded into crypto, with kids as young as 9 rug pulling people. Okay, that's not the best example, but you get what I mean. Crypto can be a very uncomfortable thing to learn, and Solana proved that with pumped on fun that it's really not as complicated as it might seem. The point I'm trying to make is that Solana has proven itself as the people's blockchain, and although most of those users may have run off into the sunset, I'd be willing to bet a pretty handsome bag of soul that they'll be back, and that Solana will rise again in the near future. Sitting at $140 price range, Solana is a blue chip crypto that moves along with the entire market, and it will without a doubt see its highs of around $260 or more at some point in the near future. By the way, my name is Ubaid, and if you found this video helpful so far, please make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what other projects you'd like to hear about. Now, quickly, hit the button. AI is a battle that's only going to get hotter over the coming decade, whether that's between China and the US or simply just AI companies trying to outdo one another to be the first to market. Regardless, AI investments will be one of the biggest gainers over the next decade, and investing in one of the larger cap projects is arguably the easiest way to make some money over the next few years. Now, personally, I've gone for Render as my token of choice because it's been around the block and it's going through a very healthy accumulation phase before the next leg up. Now, you could also go for Near Protocol, which is also very popular, sitting at a similar market cap. You would yield the same results. Now, the whole reason why AI would boom is more to do with the industry than the actual project itself, so your guess is as good as mine. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Ubaid. I'll see you in the next one.